Hi, I'm Mike Belgeri, and this is the story of our kitchen remodeling experience. That the kitchen came about in our history around 1.9 million years ago. It suggests that much of our social and physical makeup as human beings evolved because we started processing food instead of just eating it raw. Funny how we're back to eating it raw again, but that's another story. Today we find time to makeshift kitchens when the need arises, like when the lobster feast up at our family home in Boston came about. It required a significant amount of fire and boiling pots. And in our extended family, the kitchen seems to be the center of social activity, even now, just as it was when our ancestors built that first fire at the dawn of time. So, when the time came, and the stove, the refrigerator, the sink, the dishwasher, all were nearly in their 20th year of existence, we made the decision to gut, then go granite and white. But it wasn't an easy decision because our space was small, our budget was limited, and we were restricted by doors and windows that could not by code be moved. So we began a quest for ideas and for a craftsman and craftsmanship before a single appliance would be moved and a single nail would be pulled. The array of color choices, of cabinet textures, of appliances, of features, of walls and surfaces, it was all staggering, and it took time to digest and to make the right decisions for us. We would have to make all those decisions before starting any demolition. Finally, we agreed, because of the size of the kitchen and the need for storage, to buck the dark colors, throw them out, no trends for us. We'd seen all the colors, and they all made the kitchen smaller, so we chose to go with white, and with a multi-streaming granite surface that became the focal point of our kitchen. Demolition doesn't take long, but it does require a bit of adaptation if you're living in the house that you're demolishing the kitchen of. First of all, there's all that stuff that was in the kitchen to start with. It's got to be boxed and organized. It was Darlene that took care of that organization to the nth degree so perfectly. So now that we're organized, you've got a plan on how the cabinets are going to be built over time. The appliances are going to be bought and shipped. The electricians have to move fixtures. The plumbers have to run hookups. The granite has to get cut. The floor has to be adjusted for enlarging the space a bit, and cleanup has to be done. Always cleanup has to be done, and everything has to be taken care of in the right order. Once all that teardown was completed, the coordination of the general contractor came into play. Our general contractor was Kitchen Tune-Up. Gary Stoltz was fantastic, as were all of his people. It started showing us right away that we'd made the right choice of craftsmen, tradesmen, carpenters, and appliances. With the floors repaired, the base cabinets were first installed. The key here was making all things level for the arrival and installation of the granite counters. Then the wall-mounted cabinets had to be stuck on the walls, and the finishing backsplash would then have to be done, and the trim and the lighting had to be put in. It's amazing what happens when people are proud of their work, always on time and never making excuses. There were all the big things in place, appliances in, granite installed, the sliders and the Lazy Susans and the pullouts, all working perfectly. The guys at the granite fabricator even made us a couple of granite cutting boards, you see here on the right. However, there was this one small little corner drawer. It needed our own finishing touch. It was there that we built what we call our James Bond sliding bar. That's what happens when you have a small kitchen. You innovate every square inch of space. Our kitchen is back to being the social gathering place we love for family and friends, as well as one of our favorite places to watch the sunset in the west. Our thanks and deepest appreciation to Gary and his team from Kitchen Tune-Up. Thanks, guys. You made it happen just like you said you would. As we watch the setting sun each evening, I can't help but think about those ancestors back almost 2 million years ago. Too bad they didn't have Gary's number.